The year was 1066, the year when England's destiny would be rewritten. With the death of King Edward the Confessor, the throne lay vacant. The people trembled in uncertainty, while rival nobles fought for power. This struggle would shake not only England, but all of Europe. Edward's most powerful lord, Harald Godwinson, acted swiftly. In London, he was crowned King of England. To some, it was a rightful coronation. To others, across Europe, Harold was nothing more than a usurper, a thief of crowns. Duke William of Normandy was furious. Edward, he claimed, had promised him the crown. Worse still, Harold had once sworn an oath of loyalty to William on sacred relics. Now, William swore an oath of his own. He would take what was his by right. He would conquer England, or die trying. Months of preparation followed. In Normandy, hundreds of ships were built. Armies gathered, heavily armored knights, disciplined infantry, deadly archers. William's host became the most formidable war machine in Europe. Each man fought not only for plunder, but for the very future of England. September 1096. The Norman fleet set sail across the Channel, its sails darkening the horizon. Through storm and tide, hundreds of ships pressed forward. This was no mere expedition. It was the beginning of an invasion that would change England forever. Meanwhile, Harold's army was hastily assembled. It was made mostly of infantry, with little cavalry. Their greatest strength was the shield wall, a line of warriors standing shoulder to shoulder, shields locked, forming England's final defense. On the morning of October 14th, 1066, the two armies confronted one another near Hastings. The Anglo-Saxons held the hilltop. The Normans lined the fields below. A heavy silence hung over the battlefield. England's fate would be decided this day. The battle began with a storm of arrows as Norman archers darkened the sky. But the Saxons raised their shields, and the wall held. The first assault had failed. The Norman infantry surged up the hill, their war cries echoing. Steel clashed against wood and iron. Yet Harold's warriors held firm, pushing the Normans back. The shield wall stood unbroken. Then, a rumor swept across the battlefield. William was dead. Panic rippled through the Norman ranks. For a moment, it seemed Harold had won the day. But William rode forward, lifted his helmet, and shouted that he lived. His soldiers saw his face, and their courage returned. The Norman army rallied. The battle was not over. William tried a new tactic. He ordered his men to pretend to retreat. Believing victory was theirs, the Saxons broke formation and charged downhill. This was the trap William had been waiting for. The Norman knights seized the opening. With lances lowered, they thundered forward, smashing into the broken Saxon lines. The shield wall began to crumble. Around Harold, his loyal warriors fought desperately, raising their shields one last time. Blood soaked the hilltop. Yet the Normans pressed harder, and the Saxons were pushed back step by step. Then came the moment of destiny. Legend tells that Harold was struck by an arrow in the eye and fell. The death of the king broke the spirit of his army. This image was seared into history forever. With their king dead, the Saxon army disintegrated. The shield wall shattered. Men fled in panic, and Norman cavalry hunted them down without mercy. As night fell, the field was littered with the dead. The Battle of Hastings was over. William had won a decisive victory. No longer just a duke, he was now England's new ruler. After his triumph, William marched toward London. The city, fearful and broken, surrendered without a fight. On Christmas Day, 1066, in Westminster Abbey, William was crowned King of England. A new chapter had begun. The Battle of Hastings changed England forever. Norman rule began. The English language absorbed French influence. Feudal law, culture, and politics were reshaped. This was not merely a victory, it was the rebirth of a nation.